then we do these things, whether we comprehend them or whether we don't comprehend them. The khinzir is forbidden. Khinzir, or the pig, is forbidden, the flesh of swine. It is forbidden for the Muslim. In fact, it is forbidden for all of the people, not only for the Muslim. Whatever applies to the Muslim applies to the whole of mankind. What is haram for us is haram for them. So now this meat is forbidden of the pig. So when a person is asked, why is it forbidden? Then yes, a person may come with some ideas. Well, because it is filthy, and look what it eats, and so on and so forth. Now let's take that pig and feed it only greens, only healthy food, and wash it every single day, jet wash. Every day, no filth upon it. Any time it relieves itself, brush away its own, the defecation of that animal, brush it away. When it urinates, wash it away. So now it's clean. Do a blood test on it every week to make sure that there's no disease or no bacteria or pathogens within that animal, within that pig. So now when you blood test that pig and you blood test the sheep that is left out, you find that maybe there's less pathogens in the pig than there is in the sheep, maybe. Would that pig become halal? Would the pig become halal, ya ikhwan? It would never become halal. Why? Because Allah has forbidden it. No matter how many times you wash it and clean it and keep it away from impurities, the pig Allah has forbidden. Whether we understand that or whether we don't understand that. So the whole of the Sharia to the believer is like that. That when we look at it, and we look at the text of the Quran and the Sunnah and the commands of the Quran and the Sunnah, then we submit to them and we accept them. As it relates to the Aqidah, then aslan the Aqidah, you don't say how, with the Aqidah anyway. You don't question the Aqidah because the Aqidah predominantly, or much of the Aqidah is from the matters of the unseen. You don't say why and how. How does Allah descend? How does Allah descend? Why will Allah resurrect? Why does Allah question in the grave? What? No, Allah will do these affairs. And it is not for you to question Allah. As Shaykh Ahmed al-Najmi rahimahullah ta'ala mentioned, that when it comes to the pre-decree of Allah, and we're covering this as you know in Al-Ha'iyya of Ibn Abi Dawud al-Sijistani rahimahullah, that when it comes to the pre-decree of Allah, the qada and the qadr of Allah, then Ahmed al-Najmi says, La yuqal lima. Don't say why. Why did Allah decree this? Why did Allah decree that? Why did Allah decree for this child to die? Or why did Allah decree for that one to grow and become old up until the age of 110? Don't say why as it relates to the pre-decree of Allah. And wala kayf. And do not say how as it relates to the attributes of Allah and the names of Allah and the actions of Allah. Don't say how. How did Allah ascend? How does Allah descend in the last third of the night? So we don't say how. And as for the sharh, then we never give an explanation of any of these affairs that is a false explanation that distorts and explains away the aqidah. Ever. This is the way of Ahlul Bid'ah.